The backup and restore features of Meat Manager are pretty much the way that you save entire databases and load those databases either onto a different computer or into a different meat. In order to back up an existing database, you would simply go to File and select Backup. Once you do that, it's going to say, where do you want to send this file? Again, just keep track of where you're sending these files. You may want to save it somewhere different on your computer. The default location is usually the Swim Meats or Swim Meats 3 folder of your computer. Once you select OK, it's going to say you've selected this as a location and give you a lot of information about what it's saving and where it's sending it. You can select to lock the database, but I would not advise doing that. The other thing that's nice is you can include a message, and let's go ahead and check that. Click OK, and you can note swim meet with the team you're swimming. With results or without results. It just gives you a little information about what's in that particular backup. Select OK, and it's going to say, okay, I've saved the file, and it's going to tell you where it sent it, and more importantly, what it's named it. The standard naming protocol will be SWMM, Swim Meat Manager 3 or 2, depending on what release you have, BKUP for a backup file, and the name of the meat, what you name the database to start with, Visitor at Home 2001, and notice the -01. You can save multiple versions of your database, and that again will tell you which one was the latest created. So again, that's very useful to know. Click OK, and your backup has been created. Once you have this backup file, and the backups again are something that you'll use periodically as you're working on a particular meat, you may want to back up the database as you're getting ready to make any kind of big significant change to the database, like importing the entries of the two teams, or once you've consolidated all the meat entries, or once the meat is after the end of the relays. Again, it's just a good safeguard as the meat goes along. If you have a massive computer crash, it gives you a chance to save things as you go along. Most functions in high-tech will automatically be saved as you proceed, but again, if you have a complete computer crash, this will allow you to have a backup that you may save onto your, not just your hard drive, but you could save it to a different destination like a flash drive. Once you have your backup, in order to load that particular file into a new database, again, you would go back to File, and you would select the particular database that you wanted to load it into. And again, notice under the File screen, you can either select Open New and look at all of the files on the computer, or your most recent databases will be listed here under Exit. So again, say I wanted to go in here and load it over, the Medlock Bridge versus Hillbrook meet. Okay, say I've had that meet set up and I'm the visiting team, and I go to the home team and we get done with the meet and they want to give me the meet with all the results in it. Well, I'd want to take that backup and be able to load it onto my computer. In order to load any backup, whether it's a template file or an existing meet, you go to File, select Restore. Again, replace currently open database and C:/swim meets. Again, where are you saving this, or where are you restoring this? Select OK, and go find the backup that you want to load. Again, look at the particular details of it and make sure they're what you want. Select OK, and it's going to say, are you sure you want to do this? You are essentially overwriting everything that's in the open database that you have with this backup file. So make sure you're loading the backup into the correct database. Select Yes, and it's going to say, okay, we're done, restore complete. We're good to go. And in some cases, if you're loading a database from an earlier release of Meat Manager into a later release, like 2.0 to 3.0, it may require you to convert that database from the 2.0 release to the 3.0 release. If need be, just click Convert and follow the steps from there. Once that's done, you can close that, and you now have your database with all the meat results and everything else that you need.